So Pete, man, I was having a vision. I was really kind of laid back, kind of sleep a little bit. Woke up, I started having a little vision and stuff, right? Started having a little vision, and Glenn Beck. There's something about Glenn Beck came into my mind because I was thinking like, damn, like what happened to dude? Like I ain't seen dude in a minute, like and I know I had a comment about him before, like way back in 2009. So I go into his show. I find out who he is. I had to find out who he is, and I had to go to the top hated TV show host. You know what I mean? And I found his ass. He was like 12 or something. And here it go right here. Now, Pete, what he says though, it's pertaining to like something that he said. Yeah. Here it go.
I think is inspiring. Now, he's in trouble for this because somebody made a video of it and then put some images to it that include the Nazis, and they're not happy, so Joe Rogan must pay. But listen to his words.
As soon as you give politicians power, any kind of power that didn't exist previously, if they can figure out a way to force you into carrying something that
Okay. So, did you hear what he said? That enlightened me on something. As soon as he said that about, he included the Nazi people. Oh man, the damn book, man. What page is it? It's in the damn book. About me not knowing if my baby mama faked her death or she really passed away or something like that. When you come into the extent of what using that word, the Nazi people. Okay, so then I go to Joe Rogan, but I didn't find what show he was talking about on that, because that just sent me. You know what I mean? Like, But she might really be passed. I don't know.
And, I think for someone like Kathy Griffin, who's experienced that public shaming.
She's right. That amazes me, right? Like she's been publicly shamed herself in the most horrific way, has basically had to live underground. And now she's saying, shame him, name him, and dox him? I don't understand that.
It reinforces people's idea that they should be more committed to their side, more committed to their team. The only way you're going to get any support if you have been attacked and isolated, not alone, is to get back deep into the team again. Like, how do you get back deep into the team again? You got to be fucking rabid,
But see, this is in this story right here is in 2019. This is in January of 2019. But when you think about that kind of shit and when it's spoke on, you had to think outside of the box. Like, you know what I mean? Like what she was saying, because, it's a secret society within shit. Not saying that really has anything to do with it. Going back into what I was really talking about, the topic today, Crip Dracula. How like TikTok is. TikTok don't let you get your whole song in. You know what I mean? And it's a part that can be used that people was using in this Crip Dracula song that I made. And I'm just hearing this a whole bunch of controversial stuff. Like they're like basically they're acting like squatters on my shit, and they player hating on my shit. You know what I mean? Basically,
I want to win the belt tonight.
You know what I mean?
That
And
started it.
I think
You got it.
it's
I
on a
deserved it.
racial
Why the hell
level.
do you get to make all the decisions?
I think it's some racial shit that they trying to cover up.
Crip Dracula.
This part right here.
Crip Dracula, nigga. Down the darkest soot. Famous Crip, a famous crook. Crip Dracula, nigga. Crip Dracula.
He's calling me.
Crip Dracula, nigga. Crip Dracula.
So, you know, you could get to that on my Facebook and my Instagram, but my distributors, how they did it is they didn't want that song wore out. You know what I mean? Probably specifically for these couple of days right here, the 30th parties, Valentine parties, and when people was in their suits, and you know what I mean, they might go to Facebook, Instagram, and you know, play Crip Dracula. You know what I mean? If you a Crip, you're not gonna have on red, obviously. So you know what I mean? If you in a Dracula suit, you know, you go to that part right there that's kind of fly within letting motherfuckers know you want some Crip Dracula shit. You playing Dracula, but you a Crip. So people is using this. And you know, we have a problem with these certain people that try to disrespect me. That's trying to disrespect me and disrespect my products and my material and stuff. But somebody didn't went to bat for me. Somebody I could tell that somebody went to bat for me. And it's just not white people. It's just not white people that's involved in that. It's black people that's involved in that cover up and trying to do a replacement. Hey, how you doing? I think like, hold on, let me play this one guy's music. His new music. I'm trying to see because I ain't seen his new music yet. Yeah, and then you know they got lies on their mouth. They running lies, running a bunch of lies out of their fucking potholes and shit. You know, it's all about a bitch, man. You know what I mean? It's all about a bitch.
It's my turn. Yeah. That's right. It's my turn.
Yeah, like, see, you know, you got certain motherfuckers, man, that I like that guy right there. He's a relative of my mother's, but I don't know if he involved in bullshit on switching certain shit and trying to steal and do shows and do shit word for word at other places and have somebody else trying to replace some motherfucking shit. But that may be tied in there, but you know, somebody that went to bat for me. Because like I say, look where I'm at. Look where I'm at. I'm at Glenn Beck.
Put some images to it that include the Nazis, and they're not happy. So Joe Rogan must pay.
You know, I had an incident today where now this is probably big, y'all. This is probably something that's really a breaking point. You know what I mean? Like shit that probably gets back to Donald Trump. Shit that probably gets back to Joe Biden, you know, the heads. You know what I mean? So if a motherfucker say Nazis, you remember on goddamn Dracula when he told that girl to not see him when he was in werewolf mode. But you know, it's just like that word just like threw me for a loop. It threw me for a loop when he said that. Yeah, man, I ended up getting blocked on my Facebook page for a little bit. And because I was telling jokes and shit, man. I was telling jokes, and I was telling, you know how the guy always says, he was like, when he's telling a story, he'd be like, she said, motherfucker, fuck you, and took off running or something. And I chased her. You know what I mean? So as I chased her, then she stops because she sees the police and starts doing the burner boy dance. The yeah, 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 yeah. She started doing that because she seen the police in a taunting. You know, say I said I was telling jokes, and you know, and I wasn't telling them I was writing them, and somebody came in. But it's controversial about Crip Dracula because you can find that on Instagram and you can find that on Facebook. And the part that you can use that you can't use on TikTok, the part that you would want to use, and you know how on Facebook you can upload your image and you can save your image and put it on TikTok. You feel what I'm saying? Or you could save the video that you made that was 15 minutes into your 15 seconds into your story. You know what I mean? And then post it on your TikTok. Like I got this hilarious one right here. I'm gonna let y'all hear this. This is on my YouTube. It's on my TikTok too. You know what I mean? Where we at? Yeah.
Let me hear your farts.
That's called TikTok funny. You hear what I said though? You know how like you could put your words in there and then they'll say it?
Let me hear your farts.
And I got a picture like a phone from the 1960s and 1965. I got a toilet with a rat coming out of it, and I got like a 1965 basketball goal and dude doing a layup, and then a dude who was supposed to be the MVP in 1965. And it was just a little ignorant theory that I was thinking, like, because I was talking about like the goddamn Indians and shit. I was talking about how like, you know, how they name they self like Yellow Bear and, you know, like Gray Wolf and shit. You know what I mean? And it was just like a theory. Motherfuckers that know me, you know, like it's crickets in here right now, but I know it's probably not crickets in here. And then views and stats. We getting into that. We getting into that right now.
But listen to his words.
As soon as you give politicians power, any kind of power that didn't exist previously, if they can figure out a way to force you into carrying something that lets you enter businesses or lets you do this or lets businesses open, historically, they are not going to give that power up. They find new reasons to use it. I'll be back. We have to protect those freedoms at all costs.
So with all of that said, you know, it's you just can't blame the white people alone, but you have to blame some of these black people. And if maybe figures in the game that you look up to that you think are so semi anti-black, you know what I mean? And they really didn't sold, so they worse than a damn Nazi. Do you know what I mean? But shit, man, let me get up off here, man. You know, it just sent me. This is a topic that certain people may know what's going on. Certain people may know what I'm talking about. Certain people may have a bigger insight on what I am clearly in the blind in, you know. But I ain't in the blind on this. I know Crip Dracula is getting a few views and stuff right now. I got a message. I got an email earlier. I got an email earlier that let me know that something was seeing processed progress, but they didn't tell me in a certain way. And then I got another real positive email. Hopefully it turns into something. How y'all doing? Y'all know who I'm talking to.